These are the top 3 business books that I have ever read. And listen, these books have literally changed my life, helped me produce millions of dollars in sales, and helped me impact a lot of people. So if you can't spend 5 minutes learning about these 3 books and taking some of the lessons from them, I don't think you can be successful, okay? Number 1 is called Titan. Yes, the book is called Titan. It is the biography of the greatest, most successful entrepreneur of all time, a man by the name of John D. Rockefeller. He started a company called Standard Oil in the 1800s, and in today's money, at his peak, he would have been worth roughly $600 billion, which is, basically 2x what the current wealthiest person is ever, right? So I share this with you because people have a big misconception about John D. Rockefeller. They think he was this horrible person. There's a lot of tabloids that wrote negative articles about him, as they would any very successful person, especially in that time in history. But some of the business lessons I've learned in this book are phenomenal. In fact, I'll share one of them with you now. There was this point in time where they were transporting oil in barrels, and they didn't have pipelines back then, they didn't have anything like that. And they used solder to close the lids, right, on these barrels of oil. And at that time, they were using exactly 40 little soldering points. And John D. Rockefeller spent a week of his time and tested. He said, let's try testing 38. So he tested 38. And with 38, 1 out of every 50 barrels would actually leak. So he's like, okay, 38's not going to work. So then he said, let's try 39. And with 39, none of them leaked. And so he realized he could save 1 little soldering point on every single barrel. Now, that doesn't seem like a huge difference, right? It's like, why would that 1 point make a difference? Well, that 1 point over the span of that entire business's history from that point on saved him literally over $5 million, okay? Which is just ridiculous to think about, right? How 1 tiny little adjustment can save you that much money. That's how big his company got. So one of the biggest lessons from that book is to optimize for the tiny micro 1%, because that is what will allow your business to scale. The second business book I love is called Made in America. It's a biography of Sam Walton. Sam Walton was the founder of Walmart, a small company. You guys might have heard of it before. Walmart, if you don't know, was started literally, not necessarily by accident, but it was kind of not his necessarily an intentional purpose. Sam Walton at that point had been running a franchise, I forget the name of the franchise, but running a different franchise, and he just didn't like the way that they were doing things, and he saw this opportunity, this blue ocean, in the kind of retail space with low-priced products. And there was nothing like that on the market at the time, and so he started Walmart. And it's an amazing story because you understand that they really just started from Bentonville, like this little tiny town in Alabama that nobody really ever heard of. Okay, and they grew into this massive. They have the most revenue every single year coming into the company of any company in the world. Right. So I share this with you because it's a great book, but one of the biggest lessons from that book is the idea of promoters versus operators. So most people in business, they're promoters, right? Promoters is basically what Sam Walton calls people that stand outside of their store and, they have a zebra outside of their store to try to bring people to their store, okay? And that's how the Walmart competitors ran for a long time. Operators, what they do is they focus on what the customer actually wants. Does the customer actually want zebras outside of the front of Walmart? Probably not, okay? What the customer actually wants is low-priced products and massive selection. And so once Sam Walton figured that out, that's all he focused for his entire business, was low-priced products and massive selection, okay? Now listen, books are awesome. You can learn a lot from books, but as you know, we give away some free courses sometimes on these videos if you subscribe and hit the notification bell. So if you haven't done that yet, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and on some of these videos randomly, I'll drop a link for you to win a free course if you're one of the first 3 people to click the link in the description when we do it. And it's not going to be this video, but it might be the next one. So make sure you are watching these videos as soon as they come out and you watch all the way through to see if it's one of those videos. And again, if you're not, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now, the third book I want to share is something I'm actually currently reading. It's called Leadership, Thinking, Being, Doing. It's an out-of-print book. It costs like $150 to even read. But it's by far one of the best leadership books I have ever read. It is truly a phenomenal book. And if you're in a position right now where you're an executive of a company or an entrepreneur, or really in any type of role where you want to push things forward, you're going to be tasked with working with people, and probably with somewhat high-level people if you want to do big things, right? So the key thing here is you want to be able to lead those people effectively. In order to do that, you must be thinking as a leader, then you must be being a leader, and then you must be doing what leaders do. And that's what that book's all about. It's a phenomenal book written by Lee Thayer. Rest in peace, Lee Thayer. And highly, highly recommend it for any of you guys that are in leadership roles or are going to be very soon. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one.